हाँ सर, स्टार्ट कर दे सर।
स्टार्ट करो।
Good morning, one and all present over here. My name is Nageswar Rao Indroga. With me is Toida Yasmin, and today's our topic is solar energy. Okay.
Okay.
Sun is the star at the center of the solar system. It is a nearly perfect sphere of hot plasma. It radiates electromagnetic radiation due to take place nuclear fusion in its core, radiating uh, radiating energy mainly as visible light and infrared radiation. Its diameter is about 1.39 million kilometers or 109 times of Earth. Roughly 73% of Sun's mass consists of hydrogen and the rest mostly helium with much smaller quantities of heavier elements including oxygen, carbon, neon and iron. Nageshwar. What is solar energy? Solar energy is simply the light and heat that comes from the sun and it reaches the earth's surface in form of electromagnetic radiation. It is the electromagnetic radiation is also known as solar energy. Yeah, solar radiation. It takes up to 8 minutes to reach the Earth's surface. Due to this radiation, life is not predictable on the Earth's surface. Nageshwar, how to solar energy created? Solar energy is created by nuclear fusion that takes place in the sun. Fusion occurs when protons of hydrogen atoms violently collide in the sun core and fuse to create a helium atom. During this fusion energy is released in form of heat and light and Nageshwar. It travels Earth in previous one. Nageshwar.
Previous slide. Previous.
The light and travels to Earth in form of electromagnetic radiation. Nageshwar. How much solar energy? Let's consider the most of solar radiation hitting the exosphere, which is the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere in 100%. As it is travel towards sun, 6% of it is reflected by the inner atmosphere, 20% is reflected by the clouds, 4% is reflected by the Earth's surface. In total, 30% is directly reflected back to the space. And now out of that 70% remaining, 60% is observed by atmosphere and 3% observed by cloud and this 51% is observed by our Earth. Now this observed heat is again radiated by Earth surface to the space. The wavelength of this radiation is large than that of sun's back because Earth is far more cooler than Sun. Now, out of 51% observed by the Earth, 7% is radiated by conduction, 23% is carried to cloud and atmosphere by latent heat in water vapor. 21% is radiated directly to space. Sure. Importance of solar energy. Life is on the earth due to its presence of energy. Without solar energy, the earth would be a lifeless ball of ice-coated rocks. Solar energy regulates the temperature of water bodies, weather patterns. So without it, there would be no winds, ocean currents, or clouds to transport water. Plants need sunlight to grow. Animals include humans directly or indirectly need plants for food and the oxygen they produce. Nageshwar. Why to switch solar? There are many reasons to switch solar. First one is limitless solar energy. sun provides more than enough energy to meet the whole world's energy needs, and unlike fossil fuels. And the second is solar energy, a clean source. Um, due to in this solar, a clean solar energy, no greenhouse gas emissions are released into the atmosphere when we use solar panels to create electricity. And the third one is no fuel to burn. Fuel is not required, and this means that solar power can create large amount of electricity without the fuel usage. And fourth is independence. Using solar energy, people can individually produce electricity at any place and become independent of the fact that whether there is any power supply or not. And the fifth one, renewable. Solar energy is a renewable source. That means it would not ever run out or be in short supply like fossil fuels. We simply need to build enough panels to capture it. And the last one is easy to exit at any place. Solar energy can be easily accessed at almost every place, like in remote village, middle of sea, middle of desert, in space, etc. Nageshwar,
How solar
how
energy is used? There are three ways to harness solar energy, that are: number 1, solar thermal energy; number 2, concentrating solar power; and number 3, photovoltaic cells. So, what is solar thermal energy? Solar thermal energy is a form of energy or a technology for harnessing solar energy to generate thermal energy for the use of industry and in residential and commercial sectors. So, there are two processes to extract solar energy. Number 1, passive solar processes. So, what are passive solar processes? This is a method in which solar energy is harnessed in its direct form without the use of any mechanical devices. For example, drying of clothes under the sun is a very simple example. So what is passive solar processes? These are the processes in which sun's energy is directly used by us for many purposes in our houses, such as the sunlight. During daytime, we does not switch on the lights in our home, and we use the sunlight to light our houses, and we use sunlight to dry our clothes. We use sunlight to sometimes in summer days we use sunlight to warm some water, like that. So application of passive solar processes: passive solar water heating, passive solar space heating. Now active solar processes. I've told you previously there are two types of processes. This is the second one, active solar process. What are active solar processes? In this method, this is a method in which mechanical and electrical equipments are used to increase the efficiency of harnessing solar energy. Unlike passive solar processes, in this process we use mechanical and electrical device to increase the efficiency. For example, let us take an example. If we will put a paper under this, if we will take a piece of paper and put it under the sun, then after some time we'll observe that paper get heated up, but nothing happens to that paper. But instead of that, if we'll put a magnifying glass in between the sun and the paper, we'll see that when the sunlight concentrate at the particular point on the paper, due to the help of the magnifying glass, the paper get fire. So like this, we have increased the efficiency of this process. So this is known as active solar process. Take a simple example, means an example of it: use of water pump to circulate water. So active solar heating system is an example. Active solar heating system, we will discuss about it in further slides. Application: active solar water heating, active solar pool heating, active solar space heating. So what is passive solar water heating? This is an arrangement. Here we can see that cold water is being supplied to a collector panel, and the sun's rays directly falls on this collector panel, and when the water passes through this collector panel, it get heated up, and the hot water outlets gets out. When we get hot water out, and we can use it for our purpose. So this is a passive solar water heating, means directly by using the sun's rays we have heated the water. So this is the collector panel, how it looks. We can see that there is a water input and water output, and there are the pipes, and there are many pipe. There are pipes arrangement they are done inside the box, and when the water goes inside, when the water goes to the inlet, it circulates through this pipe, circulates through these pipes, and when the sun rays falls on this falls on the glass cover, it get heat. This pipe get heated up, and the water inside the pipes also get heated up, and we get hot water outlet. So this is a passive solar water heating device, and its name is thermosiphon. And this is how a thermosiphon works. It similarly works as the process as I have discussed in the down picture. And in this we can see that the cold water inlet goes into the solar collector, and in the solar collector it's a in the solar collector the water circulates, and the hot water outlet gets out, and we get hot water. Am I audible to everyone? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Passive solar heating. So what is passive solar heating? Sorry, passive solar space heating. I'm sorry. Passive solar space heating is a process in which a space or a room is being heated using passive solar system, passive solar process. We can see that we can design our house in such a way that the summer sun does not, these rays from the rays of the summer sun does not get directly into the houses, and the rays of the winter sun, means the sun rays during the winter can directly get into the houses, into the houses. In this way, you can make sure that during the summer season our house is little bit cooler, and in winter, house is little bit cooler, and in winter season the house is little bit warmer. In this type of things are done in our Indian, means in our society also, means we can see that in various windows we have put aluminum sheets to cover aluminum sheets to not to allow the sun rays directly come to into our houses. In various windows we have seen that. So this is a simple passive solar heating house, and this is a modern house built on the principle of passive solar heating, also include passive water heating. So in this also we can see that the summer sun rays are not allowed to come to the houses, and winter sun rays are allowed to get into the houses. And here is also into the houses, and here a passive water heating system is also been placed. So as we can see, when the winter rays hits the ground, the water pipes have been laid on the ground, means not on the ground, inside the ground. So this water pipes get heated up, and when the water passes through these heated pipes, the water get warmer, and we can use it during our hot water usage. So active solar water heating. So what is active solar water heating? As I have said you, in an active process we use mechanical devices. So in this active solar water heating, unlike the passive solar water heating, we are using a circulatory pump or a pump to circulate water through the collector panels, which are kept on the rooftop. As the rooftop is kept above, so we have to circulate water to it. So in this we can see that cold water is circulated to these collector panels, and in the collector panels, as we know, in the collector panels the sun rays falls on this collector panel and heats the water inside this collector panel, and then we get a hot water output, and we can use it for our daily uses. We might also this tube collector, means you can see there. This is the image of an evacuated tube collector, how it works. This evacuated tube collector has a pump, so we circulate more amount of water at a particular time. So this evacuated tube collector has the capacity to heat more amount of water than in compared to thermoception. So how this evacuated tube collector works, we can see that when the cold water intakes goes inside, cold water goes inside, there are a absorbing plate is there, and the heat water pipes are present over there. When the water goes into this heat water when the sun rays falls on this absorbing plate, the absorbing plate get heated up, and this also heats the water pipes, heat pipes, and when water is passed through this heat pipe, then the water get heated, and we get hot water from the outlet. Active solar pool heating. Active solar pool heating is a process in which we can means it's a mentioned as pool means it's and I am showing also an image also shown by me is of a pool only, but in this is the process is considered we can heat a large amount, means it shows that we can heat a large amount of water by using this process. So in this we can see that pump is being used to pump out the water from the pool and is being filtered and sent to the solar collector. In the solar collector it gets heated up, and then it passes through a conventional pool heater. This is a conventional pool heater is kept because if to means sometimes the sun rays are not so much heavier or so much means what we say so much brighter that we can that the solar collector get heated up to a desired amount. So this conventional pool heaters are also kept so that it can heat water to the desired temperature, and the desired temperature water again sent to the pools so that we can get a desired temperature water. So this is a integrated collector system. Instead, at the place of solar collector, we use this integrated solar collector system because we can see that has in this case a large amount of water transfusion is taking place. So what we can say means these pipes are, as we can see, these pipes have a diameter, larger diameter. These pipes are of larger diameter so that large amount of water can circulate through it at a particular time, and large amount of water can heat it up. So here we can see the process how it goes on. Water goes into this integrated collector system and heated up, and then outlet is done. Active solar space heating. Active solar space heating. Active solar, unlike the passive solar space heating, active solar space heating, we use air cooled collectors which are placed at the top at the top of the roof of an house, and the fans are attached to it, means we are using a mechanical and electrical system in it. So when during the cold region, when during the cold time, the cool air inside the house is being exhaust out through the pipe into this air cooled collector, and in the air cooled collector, when the sun says heats this air cooled collector, and the heated and the indeed the air inside this air cooled collector in this collector heated up, and then this heated air is again passed again blown into the room. So the what we can say, the means the temperature of the room increases or the room becomes a little bit warmer. Here is the second image. In the first image, we can see that if in very strong winter season, means in the region where means they in a heavy winter time, the sun rays are not so much stronger, so they cannot hit the means collector. They cannot hit the air cooled collector very strongly. So in that case, these type of systems have been used. This means more efficient, or it we can see in this system we see that the air inside the room is being exhaust out through the is being exhaust through the dumpers to the air cooled system, and in the air cooled system similarly it get heated up, and then the heated air is passed to the backup heaters. In the backup heaters, as we have seen in the case of active solar pool heating, in the backup heaters, this means what we say, this air is been heated to a desired temperature as we need. So desired temperature is air has been heated to desired temperature, and then it is supplies to the room. So our room temperature gets a desired amount of heat, means a desired temperature. Okay. Now concentrating solar power. Concentrating solar power is the power generating technology that uses mirror and lenses to concentrate sun rays at a particular thing in order to heat it. Mostly this technology is used to heat water inside the pipes and convert it into steam, and then the steam is passed to turbines to generate electricity for the cities. Electricity is generated in the same way as the conventional power plants. Okay, an application: solar power tower and solar parabolic throws. Application of concentrating solar power. This is a solar power towers arrangement. Here we can see that the reflectors are placed, and means arranged in such a way that the small box things we are seeing they are the reflectors. So when the suns they are arranged in such a way that when the sun rays falls on these reflectors are the means mirrors. When the sun rays falls on this reflector, the sun rays are directed to the receiver. And in the receiver, there is water present in the receiver. And when this entire sun rays is being concentrated on the receiver get heated up, and in turn the water inside the receiver also get heated up, and this heat hot and then convert and this water then converts into steam, and then the steam is passed into the steam drum, and in the steam drum in the steam drum with a pressure, the steam is been sent into the turbines, and it turns it and it what we say turns the turbine or rotates the turbines and generate electricity for our cities and our uses. And then again this steam which is being used in the turbines is being condensed in the steam condenser. Means why to waste, means we are using this much of solar energy to what we say is to save the environment. So not to waste this steam, we are again condensing this steam and converting it to water, and then again sending it to the receiver and circulating the system. So like this we generate electricity. And this is the picture of a solar parabolic throws. In this system, we see in this system, instead of the reflectors, a mirrors are being used, which are being molded, means what we say parabolic, what we say mirrors are being used. These mirrors are being molded in form of parabolic sheets, and pipes are being laid in between these parabolic sheets, parabolic mirror sheets, what we say. And means we are going to see this image in the further side. We are going to understand is how it look like. And the pipes are laid between this, and when the sun rays falls into on this parabolic throws, क्या बोलते हैं, ये throws it concentrate the parabolic throws is concentrate the sunlight on these pipes, and this pipe indeed gets heated up. And when the water passes through this pipe, water passes through these pipes, the water get heated up, and then this heated water is sent to a solar thermal storage tanks. And in this tank, the steam is being water boils, and it gets means this boiling water is being kept there, and steam is produced in that thermal storage tanks. And steam from there, the steam is being sent to the turbines, and it rotates the turbine and generate electricity. And then it again this steam is been condensed and again been used. So here we can see that, means say by seeing this image we cannot understand how big this arrangement is. Means we are talking about generating the electricity for a city. So we can imagine we should think how big this arrangement should be. So how big are these arrangements? So these are the images. This is the image of a reflector, and this is how it reflects the sun rays up to the receiver. This long thing is the receiver, and this is how big this arrangement is. Means it is spread on a very large area. It is made, or it is arranged on a very large scale, and to generate a very means this much to means it is been arranged in such a large scale to be exposed to a large amount of sunlight, so that it can concentrate a large amount of sunlight at a very small portion, so that the receiver get heated up very quickly and boils water very quickly. So this type of arrangement can be placed on those areas such as in desert areas, or those areas which are not being used for agriculture due to the solar problems. So means due to the heavy sun heat. So on those areas we can use this arrangement to generate electricity, and in turn that area is also used, and also electricity can be produced. And this is the image of the parabolic throws. Means how these parabolic throws are used. This is the image of parabolic throws, and that 3 tiny points you are seeing are not the tiny points, they are the 3 humans. And so you can imagine how big these arrangements are. Means these are not the arrangement that you can place on our terrace and think that you can produce electricity for the entire building. No, this arrangement cannot be kept like that. These arrangements are so large that they have to be placed at a particular places to work efficiently. And this is how big these arrangements are, means how wider this arrangement spreads to generate electricity for the entire city, or for a large means what we can say a large amount of electricity. photovoltaic cells. Now we comes to photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells are also known as solar cells. Convert solar energy directly into electrical energy. This process is known as photovoltaic effect. Photovoltaic effect is a generation of voltage and electric current in a material upon the exposure of light. The PV effect is a physical and chemical phenomena. PV effect was discovered in 1839. Structure and working of solar cell. Here we can see the structure of a solar cell. Solar cell. The glass has been a anti-glare glass is being used. This glass is being used so that the sun says means what we say the there means no damage can be caused to the solar cell, and indeed the sunlight also can pass to this glass. And then we can see that metal conductors have been used. Then there is a blue and red thing we are seeing. They are the N layer and the P layer of a single silicon semiconductor. Means they are single layer, not dual layers. They are single layer of a silicon, and they have been doped in a PN type. And then we can again see the metal conductors. These metal conductors are being used to conduct, means to complete the circuit. When we complete the circuits to the current to flow. And this is how the solar cell work. We have not used a metal sheet because we are using metal strips, not metal sheet. Metal strips are used because means the photons which are coming from the visible spectrum of the sunlight can hit directly to the surface of the silicon means semiconductor. So when this photon hits the semiconductor, its wavelength is such that it passes to the semiconductor, passes to the N layer and comes to the and hits the depletion layer. In the depletion layer, the electrons, it hits the electron and loosen the electrons and indeed create the hole at that place. These loose electrons are moved towards the N region of the semiconductor and accepted over there, and then the holes comes to the P region, and then holes comes to the P region. So there means, and now when we now we can see that in the N region the electron density increases, and in the P region the positive density increases. So when we connect these metal conductors with a wire, and then we can see that current flows to it. So like this means for a solar cell works, means I have given a very small in this description. It means it is a very large description, but if I will say that much, then it will take very long time. So I try to explain it very shortly.
Okay.
And there are few practical uses of solar energy. In the first image, we can see that solar energy is used in a very rural area, means very remote areas where no electricity is being used. Means in a hut, means they are using solar panels to create some amount of energy. Means they are using a solar panel, so they cannot cannot produce large amount of electricity, but they are producing that much that can be means that is sufficient for their house. So they are using that electricity solar panels. Means we can say that if power is not supplied to them, we can use solar panels, and solar panels solar energy is accessible to everyone. In the second image, we are seeing the agriculture use of solar panels. In this image, we see that solar panels are being used to generate electricity for the working of the water pumps, which used to water the agriculture land. In the third image, we see the use of the concentrating solar power. In this image, we see that a arrangement is done so that to concentrate this heat up to the vessel which is placed at the middle of it, so that this heat falls on this vessel and heat the vessel. And and when we keep some things in this vessel, it gets heated up. And in the fourth image, we see the solar power rickshaws. These solar power rickshaws have been made by the IIT Delhi students. And these solar power rickshaws are used to to generate electricity to power the motors. And in the fifth image, we see the solar powered street lamps, and they are the solar powered watch and solar power calculators. These are some very practical use of solar energy. And heavy uses, we know that solar power energy is used in satellites and in cars. There are many examples of it. Now to Tohida.
ज्यादा ले लिया, ठीक है, बोलो कोई।
हाँ सर। See how growth of solar power technique in India by and so much 5 solar plants in India, and how much Sakshi. Hello.
करो, तुम कंटिन्यू करो, इंटरनेट अच्छा नहीं है।
Sakshi, Satla Solar Project. This data makes what is one is a company plan.
ओके ओके, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड नेक्स्ट स्लाइड
Next,
नेक्स्ट स्लाइड।
there is a benefit of solar. It may reduce harmful emissions by the and improve the health of those around or let's discuss that. Use solar
I think so. Hello, Toida. I think so. You are not audible. I will explain it. So, environmental benefits of solar. They are means what are the environmental benefits? There's water usage, solar down climate, solar slow down of climate change, reduce carbon footprints, migrate air pollution, and low consumption of fossil fuel. These are some benefits of solar energy. Less water usage means we are not using nuclear power plants, so we are means nuclear power plants usage can be less down. Climate change means we can regulate the climate change, which due to the global, which causes due to the global warming from the nuclear power plants. Carbon footprints is reduce the carbon footprints means reduce the carbon footprint means we can reduce the carbon usage, carbon extraction which take place due to the burning of fossil fuels and such that. Migrate of air pollution can be reduced, and low consumption of fossil fuel, as we know. Disadvantage of solar energy. Cost. The initial cost of purchasing solar system is very fairly high, weather dependent. Although solar energy can still be collected during the cloudy and rainy days, the efficiency of solar system drops. The next, high storage cost. The batteries which are used to store excess electricity produced during days cost very high. Installation area. Large installation areas are required to install the solar parks. Reliability. Since solar energy relies on the sun, electricity cannot be generated during the night. Conclusion. Now I am concluding my
Just one line.
my presentation. Okay, sir. Solar energy has the capacity to provide all energy we need. Okay. These are the references links and the reference links from where I arranged. And thank you.